because you guys have been so amazing to me over such a long period of time of helping me with so many different ways to support me and avenues of knowledge and information, I figured I'd want to give back to you guys. So what I asked was all the great Tampa Bay Buc fans to submit questions to me. And I figured I would answer them with my wisdom, 23 years of experience, and I would begin to educate you guys a little bit as a way to give back to all the ways that you've given back to me. So let's get started and get comfortable. All right, so greetings from Florida. Do you guys know the state capital of Florida is Tallahassee? First question from Big Red in Tampa, Florida. Big Red, I know a couple Big Reds. Dear Tom, I play football in Florida and I'm a center. I love football, but I get really, really sweaty. Any tips or tricks to help me with this? Keep on keeping on, Big Red. As a matter of fact, this is one of my specialties. I've tried to master the cold weather, and really, when I've come down to Florida, Big Red, with the heat and humidity, typically there's a lot of sweat. And when there's a lot of sweat, there's a lot of back sweat. And the back sweat, as you know, with gravity, the sweat goes down to you know where. So I never liked, I have this crazy center, Ryan Jensen. He's kind of a Big Red himself. I make him put loads and loads of baby powder, non-carcinogenic, of course, on a towel. And the towel, along with the baby powder, keeps all the moisture from accumulating right where I put my hands. Because if you can imagine the center that I know, the Big Red I know, he's got a lot of sweat. And there's a lot of, nastiness down there. So there's not a lot of times that I like to put my hands in there. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of raunchy. So Big Red in Tampa, towel, baby powder, keep it on the skin. It'll soak up all the moisture. That'll solve this very important question. Thanks for, sending that out. I appreciate it. Card number 2, greetings from New York. And this is from Ramon in Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn's an amazing place. Got some amazing pizza in Brooklyn. Spent a lot of time in New York. So to a fellow bilingual dad, I speak Spanish and English, but my wife only speaks English. I tend to speak to my child in both languages. When he's with my side of the family, we all speak Spanish. And when he's at home with us, we mostly speak English. Do you think I'm confusing him? Do you have any advice how to handle this? Thanks, Tom. Well, thank you, Ramon. In my house, it was always Portuguese and English. And then what could I add to the mix? I really could only add football. That's all I could add, the language of football. So the language of football is a little challenging and could be difficult. Ask a lot of my skill position receivers. They have a hard time sometimes with the language of football. But terms like doff right squeeze, blunt pass 5, F boomer, Z in, Y Lee. I don't know if you know that. That's not English or Spanish, that's football. So I try to be trilingual in the house between Portuguese and English, as well as football. So there you go, Ramon. Alrighty, let me put the postcards away for a minute. I hear we have a very special guest logging in here. Let me run the video and see what it is. Another question from a fan.
Ever since I stopped playing that
Gronk.
foosball game, I don't get a chance to hang out with the guys in the locker room. And now I'm having to resort to sending in these video questions to see if Tommy will answer me. I was thinking about getting a tattoo to remember all our great times over the years. So my question for Tom is, what should I get and where should I put it? If he'll even answer me. Any suggestions?
Great question, Gronky. Great question. Gronk, first of all, I know I'm talking to video, but I do sincerely miss you. I'm missing my co-pilot. Look, I know you're not live, but look, there's only one seat. There's not 2 chairs, there's just one. So I miss you, man. Okay, to your question. You want a tattoo? You know what I think you need, Gronk? You know what you need? You need a rising phoenix right across your back, a la Boston's own Ben Affleck. The rising phoenix is about overcoming adversity, rising through the ashes, and reclaiming your glory, all of which I hope you really want to do at some point. I'm not sure if you do. But if there's one thing that would inspire you, don't think about your teammates. Don't think about this amazing facility, the free food you'd get, the free swag and gear that we get from my man Brad. Think about returning to glory and what that rising phoenix could do for you on your big back. That's my challenge to you, Gronk. If that's what you're looking for, I gave you a great piece of advice. Well, thanks guys for tuning in. Appreciate all these amazing questions from some of my great fans, as well as my great teammates. And signing off we'll see you next time in this beautiful Armchair Quarterback, which is really great for me to be joining you. So thank you. Look forward to the next time. Thanks.